Welcome back to a Fifth of Jack Gaming, where today we're going to open some booster packs. Diving into the world of Magic, opening up some Commander Legends. Each of these guys have 20 cards in there, so let's dive in. If you're liking the content that we're putting out, like, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon to be notified about any of our future content. First one is John Tome. It's a 3-drop artifact. Pay 2, tap it, draw a card, and then discard a card. Champion of the Flame costs 1 and a red for a human warrior that has trample. Champion of Flame gets +2/+2 for each aura or equipment attached to it. So 1/1. Aven Surveyor is a 2 blue and 3, so that's 5 altogether. For a bird scout with flying, and when Aven Surveyor enters the battlefield, choose one. Put a +1/+1 counter on Aven Surveyor, or return a target creature to its owner's hand. Angelic Gift is 1 and a white for an enchantment. When Angelic Gift enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchanted creature has flying. The Operative is a 1 and a black for a human rogue. As long as you control an artifact, Operative gets a +1/+0 and has Death Touch for a 2/2 body. A Pointer of Valor is a white and 5 for an angel with flying. Whenever a creature attacks, you may pay 3. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. It has a 3/5 body. Scrounging Battler is a green and a 1 for a Crazy Cat Monkey. When it enters the battlefield, we get to put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may move a +1/+1 counter from Scrounging Battler onto another creature. It's a 0/0. Moss Diamond is a 2-drop. Comes into play tapped. It taps to add a green. Exquisite Huntmeister is a black and 3 for an Elven Warrior. When Exquisite Huntmeister dies, a green 1/1 Elf Warrior token takes its place. Has Encore. Its Encore cost is a black and 4 for a 4/2 body. Our Chef of the Dawn costs 2 white and 2 angel flying lifelink with a 2/4 body. Stars of Thornguard is a 5-drop artifact construct. Vigilance, and when it enters the battlefield, you become the monarch for 2/5 body. Opal Palace is a land. You can either tap it for 1 colorless or pay 1 and tap it, add 1 mana of your commander's color identity. Thirst for Knowledge is a 2 and a blue. Instant, draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard an artifact. Shifter Worm is a 5 and 2 green who has trample, and when Shifter Worm enters the battlefield, scry 3 and reveal the top card of your library. You gain life equal to that card's computer mana cost. It's a 7/7. Merchant Raiders is a 3 and a blue human pirate. When Merchant Raiders or another pirate enters the battlefield under your control, you may tap up to 1 target creature. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's unstep phase. As long as you control Merchant Raiders, it's a 2/4 body. Blade Griff Prototype is a 5-drop Griffin flying. Bile Griff Pearl type deals combat damage to a player. Destroy a target non-land permanent of that player's choice. That one of your opponent's control. It's a 3/2 body. Fastest reviewed medium is a 3, a white, and a black. For a legendary creature, human cleric, at the beginning of each end step, create X 1/1 white spirit creature tokens with flying, where X is the number of tokens you created this turn, with a 3/4 body. Hanner, the Kasich Ranger, a 3 and a green, legendary creature, human archer. Reach. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 2, and when you do, that creature deals damage equals to its power to a target creature. Has partner, which means which it could be with another. You have 2 commanders instead of just 1, and it's a 3/4 body. Copy is the token that we ended up getting out of this pack. It represents a copy of a target permanent. Foil is Universal Solvent. Costs us 1. Pay 7. Tap it. Sacrifice Solvent. Destroy a target permanent. And we got another legendary permanent. Prismatic Piper. Legendary creature. Shapeshifter. If it's our commander, we get to choose a color before the game begins. Piper becomes that chosen color. It has partner. So, we have this guy partnered up with this guy. Means we get to choose whatever color that we ended up going. So let's say we want to build a green-black deck, but we want to have her being the main focus of it. Well, obviously, normally we wouldn't be able to run black. But since our partner allows us to run black, we'll be able to run black. That was pack 1. What would you pick out of there? Put it down in the comments below. Undyne Rage is the first card out of pack 2, which is a 1 red and 2. An enchantment. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and can't block. When Undyne Rage is put into your graveyard from battle, return Undyne Rage to its owner's hand. Runaway Together is 1 and a blue. For an instant, choose 2 target creatures controlled by different players. Return those creatures to its owner's hands. Crushing Vines is a 2 and a green. For an instant, which we get to choose to destroy a target creature with flying or destroy a target artifact. Portent of the Betrayal is a 3 and a red. Sorcery. Gain control of a target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until end of turn. And then we get to scry 1. Forceful Denial is a 2 blue and 3 instant. Has Cascade. That means we get to end up taking up all the top cards until we get to a thing that costs us less than that and be able to play that without the charge of that card. So, like, see, we start with 5, so anything that goes like 4 or under, we'll be able to play. It allows us to counter a target spell. Doom Traveler. It costs us 1 white. It's a human soldier, and when Doom Traveler dies, create a 1/1 white spirit token with flying. It's a 1/1 body. Stone Fairy costs us 2 red and 3. For an instant, Stone Fairy deals damage to a target creature equal to the number of lands you control. Ancient Anonymous is a 1 green and 1 instant. Put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature that you control. Then it fights a target creature your opponents control. So it only gets a +1/+1 counter if the creature is a legendary. Supernatural Stimula is 1 black for an instant. Until end of turn, target creature gets +2/+0 and gains when this creature dies. Return it to the battlefield tap under its owner's control. Fire Diamond costs 2 for an artifact that comes into play tapped, but it taps for 1 red. Squadron Captain is 1 white and 4 for a human soldier, has Vigilance. Squadron Captain enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter for each other creature you control. It's a 2/2 body. Pirate's Cutlass costs 3 for an equipment. When a Pirate's Cutlass enters the battlefield, attach it to a target pirate you control. Equipped creature gets +2/+1. Equip cost costs 2. Malevolent Blessing costs 1 and a white for an enchantment. Flash enchanted creature. As a Malevolent Blessing enters the battlefield, choose a color. Enchanted creature has protection from the chosen color. This effect does not remove auras, enchantments you control that are already attached to it. So that means if we make it pearl red, but we have a bunch of red enchantments, we'll be able to still have it on there. Make a Stand costs 1 white and 2. It's an instant. Creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain indestructible until end of turn. Venom Blade costs 3 for an equipment. Equipped creature gets a +1/+1 for each creature you control. Equip cost costs 4. Sandstorm Oracle costs 7 for a Sphinx. Flying. Sandstorm Oracle or enters the battlefield. Choose an opponent. If that player has more cards in hand than you, draw the equal to the difference. It's a 4/4 body. Oster's Command costs 2 white and 4 for a sorcery. Choose 2. Destroy all artifacts. Destroy all enchantments. Destroy all creatures with a converted mana cost of 3 or less. Destroy all creatures with a converted mana cost of 4 or greater. Tago, Goblin Weaponsmith, costs 2 and a red for a legendary creature. And when a land enters the battlefield under your control, create a colorless equipment artifact token named Rock. Equipped creature has pay 1 and tap it, sacrifice Rock. Then this creature does 2 damage to any target. The equip cost of the Rock itself is 1, and it has partner. So that means it could be with other partners' commanders. Tyler the Bear Claw has a cost of 1, a red, and a green. Legendary creature, Human Warrior. When Tyler the Bear Claw attacks, it gets +X/+X until end of turn, whereas the greatest power among all your creatures you control. Has a 2/2 body. Our foil is Preordain. Costs us 1 blue, scry 2, and draw a card. Scry means we get to look at the top 2, and then we can put them either at the bottom, like both of the cards, and then draw a random card, or if we like one of the cards, we can put them at the top, or we can set them however we want to have them set up. And our token is an Elven Warrior. Ripscale Predator costs us 2 and a 4 for a dinosaur who has Menace and it's a 6/5. Scholar of the Stars costs us 3 and a blue. When Scholar of the Stars enters the battlefield, if you control an artifact, draw a card for a 3/2 human artifactor. Lifecrafter's Gift costs us 1 green and 3. It's an instant. Put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature, and then a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with a +1 counter on it. Welding Sparks costs a red and 2. For an instant, Welding Sparks deals X damage to target creature, where X is 3 plus the number of artifacts you control. Flood of Recollection costs 2 blue. For a sorcery, return a target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Exile Flood of Recollection. Corpse Kern costs a black and 1. Instant, mill the top 3 cards. Then you may return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Raise the Alarm costs 1 white and 1. For an instant, that lets us create 2 1/1 soldier creature tokens. Annoy Eldasar costs 2 green and 5. For a dinosaur who has Reach, Trample, and then Cascade, and it has a 6/5 body to it. Eyebright Assassin costs 2 and a black. For an Elven Assassin, when Eyebright Assassin enters the battle, target creature an opponent controls gets -1/-1 until end of turn, with a 2/2 body. Fall from Flavor is a blue and 2 enchantment. When Fallen from Favor enters the battlefield, tap an enchanted creature you become the bout. When Fallen from Favor enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature and you become the monarch. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during the controller's untapped phase, unless that player is the monarch. Kinsbailey Carrier costs 2 and a white. For a Kifkin Soldier, when the carrier enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature. Has an encore cost of 2 and a white, meaning that we can exile the card from our we can exile this card from the graveyard, and for each opponent create a token copy that attacks the opponent if able. They gain haste, sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. Activate this only as a sorcery. Trusty Pack Beast costs 1 white and 2. For a beast, when Trusty Pack Beast enters the battlefield, return a target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. Has a 2/3 body. Path of the Ancestry comes into play. Tap it, add 1 mana of any color of your commander's identity. When that mana is spent on a creature spell that shares that creature type, scry 1. Intangible Virtue costs 1 and a white, and an enchantment. Creature tokens you control have +1/+1 and vigilance. Codex Shredder costs 1. It's an artifact. We can either tap it, player mills a card, or we can pay 5, tap it, sacrifice it, and return a target card from your graveyard to your hand. Reclamation Sage costs a green and 2. For an Elf Shaman, when Reclamation Sage enters the battlefield, you may destroy a target artifact or enchantment. Has a 2/1 body to it. Armor Sky Hunter is a white and 3. When the Cat Knight flying, bear with me here, it's going to be a long one. Whenever Armor Sky Hunter attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put an aura or an equipment card from among them onto the battlefield. If it's an equipment card, put it on the battlefield this way. You may attach it to a creature you control. Put the rest of those cards at the bottom of your library in a random order for 3/3 body. Gara, Caller of the Wirewood, costs 2 and a green. For a legendary elf druid, tap it, add a green. When you spend this mana to cast a spell with a converted mana cost of 6 or greater, draw a card. It has partner, and it is a 1/2 body to it. Rebecca, Architect of Ascension, costs 3 and a white. Legendary creature, human artificer. Artifacts you control has protection from each converted mana cost among artifacts you control. And it has partner commander for a 3/4 body. And then we got a foil Potential Blade, which we covered that earlier. And a zombie card. So those were the packs. Let me know if you were doing a draft, what would have been your first pick? What color would you gone with? Anything that got your mind? Let us know down in the comments below. Again, if you're liking the content that we're putting out, like, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon to be notified about any of our future content. Till next time, have a good one.